May sound nasal, and that's because I have a cold. But I just couldn't wait to say this. Say what? Well, what if I told you that you could literally live forever, never die, live forever young, and that funerals would be a thing of the past? The grand promise of immortality on this earth, life immortal. That's right. What if I told you that when you became Christian, you received a celestial immortal body and therefore can live forever, never die? Uebert Angel is the person who teaches such dangerous doctrines that make people delusional, losing touch with what's real and the temporal, ever-fading nature of this earthly life.
I want you to see something that you have not seen. And it is very, very important that you actually see it. If you see it, even funerals will be a thing of the past. Let's go. Heaven and the rapture an afterthought. You were not even supposed to die. But through the preaching of this gospel, that same immortality that you will never die is brought to light. Now, I know what you're thinking right now. Wait there. Do you know every time it was introduced, the church fought the preacher?
Yes, right. Yes, man of God. Hey.
Jesus told sister of Lazarus, do you know I can resurrect? Says, I know you will resurrect at the end.
Yeah, that's right.
Says, if you eat my flesh and drink my blood, he told his disciples, you will never die. Do you know what happened? He says, many ran away from him. The preaching I'm giving you is the preaching that will get people to leave church.
Let's do it. Say, one by one.
Let's go.
I'm telling you now. Sit down.
Is it true? Can we really live forever on this earth? Is life immortal a reality? Could it be? Does Scripture promise us a life without pain, without sorrow, and without sadness? Does it? Uebert's theology presents an over-realized eschatology, where what Scripture promises in another life, the life after this earthly one, is said to be a present reality. The Word Faith movement promises its followers a heaven on earth, oldest lie in the book, a life without pain and without death itself. According to Uebert, the future glorification of believers onto new immortal bodies has already happened. Believers have already received glorious immortal bodies and therefore will never die. Not in the life to come, but in this earthly, present life.
God visited me when I was in France, and I was having my issues there, and all of a sudden the Lord said, do you know you can take on a celestial body? I said, what do you mean? When we resurrected, no, right now you can wait. It's like a suit. You can get into it, and sometimes you can feel it's on you. Now hear this. So he can decide that he's about to get into a room, but he has no keys, and he puts on. He puts on a celestial body. This is why I don't believe. I used to sing this in Happy Birthday to you. It's nonsense. It's demonic. Every time you affirm your age, every year you are accepting that you are getting old. You're getting old. That's why age has moved from over 900 to now 100, 70, 50. That's where we are playing around within the 100, 1 to 100. That's all we are playing around. Why? Because we've celebrated these birthdays for too long and we've affirmed we are too old. We are getting old every year. I'm 2 years old now. I'm 3 years old now. I'm 4 years old now. I'm 60 years old now. I'm 70 years old. The more you keep affirming it, the more you are getting old. If immortality came to life, the word immortality means never to die in the flesh. Never.
The response to Uebert's blatant heresy is that every single verse he is using is a reference to a future time, a reference to Jesus' return when Christians will be glorified, saved not only from the penalty of sin, but from the very existence of it. This present earth and the bodies we have are continuously fading away. Soon there will be no more. Scripture describes them as perishable, and that our very life on this earth is compared to nothing more than grass. Only a matter of time till it's withered. This earth is temporal. Nothing here is permanent. To teach people that this temporal life is permanent is setting them up for sudden and unexpected destruction when the inevitable reality that their bodies are dying catches up to them. Death finds them unprepared, unlearned, living as though they would never die, thinking heaven is here, right now, right here. Too delusional that even in the midst of undeniable evidence that their bodies are getting older and older, they deny the vivid evidence in favor of a myth. They so badly want to hold on to the lie they're not getting any older. The fantasy they tell themselves that they're only getting younger. All the false teacher is doing is tell them exactly what they would love to hear. A lie.
We are in an age of agelessness, according to the scripture. But guess what the happy birthday thing tells you to do? Affirm, how old are you now? How old are you now? How old are you? And when you say you are 43 years old, you are affirming you are getting old. And the demons are excited that you really want to get old. You didn't hear me.
Never.
The gospel has brought immortality to light. The devil is trying everything he can to corrupt that body you have put on, because he knows without you cooperating, you will never get old.
How so deluded from the facts of life and reality? They are under a strong delusion to believe a lie. The false prophets, being the agents of Satan, used to deceive the nations. In their delusion, death finds them very unprepared. They discover too late, when already dead, that the gospel they believed that promised a heaven on earth was all a lie. It was all a myth, a fable. It was never real. Scripture tells us there will be a time when death and tears will be no more. But when will that time be? When will we get to live forever? Well, we will get to live forever on the final day when Jesus returns. Then there will be a new heaven and a new earth. This earth is fading away along with all that's in it. Our present bodies are not immortal. Our bodies are weak, perishable, destined to pass. We don't live in celestial bodies. Our bodies are not immortal. Uebert is a dangerous heretic. You need to stop going to Uebert's shrine that goes under the title of church. This false teacher who is destroying thousands of lives and has no thread of remorse, no conviction of sin, that what he is teaching thousands of people leads them to eternal destruction. Uebert doesn't care that he destroys you. His mission is that since he himself is a Luciferian heading towards the flames, he might as well go down with as many people as he can. Scripture describes these wolves in sheep clothing as having their conscience seared like hot iron. They don't care how many people they manipulate, how many people they destroy, how many people they ruin. They steal, they kill, they destroy. Currently, I'm sick. I'm ill. Well, just a simple cold, no big deal really. But still, why am I sick in the first place? Why is my body ill? Well, obviously I'm not in a celestial body, that's for sure. Well, I'm sick because I live in a fallen world. A world with sorrow, with sickness, with pain, and with death. That's the reality of life. My body is daily fading away, growing weaker and weaker, getting older and older, a matter of time. till it's no more. The things Uebert Angel is teaching, they're not rational. They don't reflect sound mind. They're not real. We have every biblical right to call them out as myths, as fables. They are irrational, delusional. A time will come when God will make a new heaven and a new earth. In that new heaven and a new earth, there will be no sickness, no pain, no sorrow. God will wipe our every tear away. But make no mistake, brothers and sisters, that time is not now.